Are we... Are we here? Are we doing things? Is chat with us?
I believe Chad is with us. Good morning, everyone.
I'm not entirely convinced they might be against us. Alright, well, the first important thing to do on this whole run is to properly form the party. Am I hearing... Oh, that's my phone. It's like, why am I hearing an echo? Had my phone on to watch the end of the last stream. Which was hype. Jets can be very fun. Jets of Time was the run before, so I was watching that.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Trying to make sure I spell Sigma's name right here. Got to spell the names right. That's important.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I appreciate being in the not Dan slot.
No, we got to give you a little better than that. So, real quick before we get this going, this is the PSP version. Thank you, Lino. Lino already donated. I'm sure we'll get to that in a little bit. This is no weapons, which means I will not have a weapon equipped in battle. So no advantage of stats, no advantage of hitting stuff, none of that nonsense. We will do it. And we'll do it live. Want to count me down, Edge?
Yeah, so on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Why did everything break, Edge?
Oh no. We didn't try to do math, did we?
I think we divided by 0 or something. Alright,
No.
Give me 1 second and check the life split settings. There we go. That'll do in a pinch. So first thing I'm going to do, actually, before I even buy the stuff, is do our configuration, and we're going to get rid of all this stuff we don't need.
Especially those filthy weapons.
No, we don't need those around here. Now, I already showed off the most important thing about this version, which is the equipment glitch, and it became chainmail on the white mage. Hard for me to do that while I'm talking.
Yeah, no worries. So it's just basically if you are able to put some inputs in simultaneously, basically change the screen while you equip something, you can get weapons in the armor slot and vice versa. And yeah, that's how you get knight's armor in every slot real early. And yeah, as you can imagine, makes you quite tanky in the early game.
Now, a normal any percent run, you wouldn't buy stuff this early. It turns out to me to be beneficial to do it because I want the sleeping bags for reasons that'll be more apparent later on. But this armor, for context, is the armor you can buy in Melmond. That would be steel armor in the NES.
And steel armor in the NES is well, you're not going to dodge anything, but also you're not going to take a lot of damage from stuff that you can run into through a good chunk of the game. It's actually quite stout as far as stats go.
So early on, no real reason to fight anything, but we're quite happy if they do damage to the thief, who you may have noticed suspiciously does not have any armor on. His name might even be more sus if you're into that kind of thing.
I mean, what kind of thief doesn't have a steal command? That sounds suspicious to me.
That is true. Alright. Now, I should note, I actually have 2 versions of the no weapons run, and this one is the more marathon friendly. But I have also what I call a purist run. And in the purist run, I would not get this judgment staff. Yep, messed that up.
Yeah, purist Purist runs are no fun allowed runs.
Well, you're giving me fits over this. Okay. I should have done it this way. Okay. Forgive me. I messed this up the first time and I didn't have a practiced recovery strat. Now we should be fine. There we go. I just wanted 2 in the inventory.
Yeah, no worries. Kind of had to cycle that one in reverse.
Forsyth asking for playing FF2 rules. I don't know what FF2 rules are, but also GG Forsyth, the recent world record holder for the any percent run of this. He's the only person I've ever seen get a world record and be mad about it.
Alright, well, Dan just doing Dan things, so looking good.
That works out quite well for us.
Also, congrats, Forsyth. I did not realize that. I saw you were grinding that out earlier, but didn't realize you got it.
Actually, fun for me. I've got to see 2 of the last 3 world records live. So they use a different route than we do in this, and that's down to a lot of things, but it's optimized for speed. This is more optimized for how are we going to get Edge strong enough to just punch everything out. I guess I should explain now for if this was not obvious. We kill off Dan, and he's not coming back. The reason for that being experience.
We really don't need a thief stealing experience, which is really the only thing he can steal in this game. So
that's true, but at least he gets his time to shine in the lead of the party.
Yeah,
he does have that. All right, bridge scene, and I'm going to point out one of Forsyth's favorite things to observe. So you see all these bridge builders, and obviously they're all going at the same speed. You know, they're doing their thing until they get the boss putting the hammer down. And that one guy at the front does not speed up. He's still doing it at the old speed. The lazy bridge builder.
That one's the shift foreman.
Could be. Could be. And as Lino points out, any other version, you want the thief getting as high a level as he could get. I just want the Dan first of all, but I choose the thief because of an equipment glitch I want later, and it makes life easier. I would basically have to do either a thief or a second white mage, and I chose thief instead. Because I do try to minimize how much trouble I have to go through for equipment glitching. So we have bested our first boss, question mark, if we want to count Garland as a boss. Alright, I'm gonna nuke wolves. They really stink. Oh, that works. Wolves are kind of bad for running away from, but if you have enough party members, they're not as bad. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is my third No Kid Hungry marathon that I get to be a part of, so thank you for having me as we try to raise awareness. If someone wants to throw the links out there in chat, that'd be appreciated. And there is a bid war for which bonus dungeon boss you'd like to see. They're the FF4 themed bosses. You can choose between Mylod and Kenzano. Levels are a thing. they exist. And in particular, in this version, you have to be certain levels for the sake of learning spells. Well, that lizard wants to be a little stubborn.
I was going to say that that's an iguana with track shoes. And you know what? We're just going to ignore the pirates because we have 2 judgment staffs and we have the Peninsula of Power.
We do. So this is kind of interesting, and I only changed this 2 days ago. Very recent route change for this. Because it wasn't viable before. Now it is. And this is the best way to get the levels I need for spells. The alternative is about 15 to 20 additional minutes of fighting Pisca Demons in Marsh Cave. And that's exactly as much fun as it sounds like.
Yeah, definitely a little riskier to try this, but also, faster if you hit it right. So, and that's what we're all about here. So,
we're trying. All right, I didn't want to menu this early, but they forced me to it. This isn't really going to be early enough for the save, though, or late enough for the save. Got to get up here close to it first. The double ogres. I'll get my menus right. Double ogres. As far as anything not on Peninsula Power, that's the best experience.
It's not too bad. Get level 3, get a little bit of safety for this, or level 5 actually.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get snug. So, any snug emotes in chat? We go camping, we get the sleeping bags. And then we're very much going to want a safety save here. Okay, Hill Giants are a great first choice. The trouble enemy is actually the wolves. The wolves with their AoE magic, and 2 shots of that early will kill us, 3 shots of it later on will still kill us. So technically, we're not using a weapon here, we're using an item here. But this is going to be how we get our levels. Sigma, if you want to pop over here and do any announcements about the marathon, this is a great time for that. Otherwise, I'll mention that No Kid Hungry is an organization that is dedicated to an effort of making sure that kids are not hungry and making sure that we have lunch programs and that kind of thing available for them. Okay, we do not have a host. So that's my best quick pitch that I can give of it. I will also throw out again that there is a bid war incentive here for which Final Fantasy IV boss you would like to see. Ice Shield random drop. That's interesting. So far, we do have a $100 donation towards the bonus bosses, and I will read that in a moment.
Yeah, I'm kind of floored by the Ice Shield drop. That's not something that you usually get out of this.
No, and I can't make any use of it, although theoretically the thief could equip it, but I can equip better anyways, so... not the thief, but Ninja. So we did get a donation from Lena, who said, something donation, I see FF1, and must put this towards Leg Rubicante. Oh wait, he's not on the list. Let's do Kenzano then. Gathering the water, Viva the Survival Vest! I massacred that. Sorry, Lena.
Thank you very much for the donation.
There's also a donation from the Dopefish towards Mega Man 2 Games 1 Controller. And also donated towards Kenzano. So Kenzano's got a pretty good lead right now.
Okay, good. We got good turn order on this. This pack could have been ugly.
It's a little less threatening. Well, there's another ice shield. Let's get snug again.
We have 3 ice shields now.
I guess I can sell them for money that I don't really need, but...
I mean, you could equip them just to make the the Frostwolves not do anything?
No, I can't.
Or is it fire for the shield?
It's class change only, right?
I wasn't sure if you glitched that on or not.
No, it would have to be from a weapon.
All right.
You could make it into a weapon, but you'd have to first be able to equip it.
Yeah, so class change only. That makes sense.
Okay, after a little bit of damage, let's get snug again. Couple snug emotes in chat. Hope everybody's having a good morning here. We're trying to have some fun, save the day. This is the slowest part of the run, I should mention. This is the longest I have to spend getting levels, but there is really not a good way to hit level 15 this early otherwise.
Yeah, it's the there's no other strong set of enemies that you have access to at this time, so...
So, other options available if you wanted to do it without Peninsula Power. I'm going to give that another quick safety save, just because progress is a good thing. Only 1 Minotaur zombie. That's unfortunate. Zombie's a great experience, but we want them in 4-packs, because it takes the exact same amount of time to kill them, so we might as well have more of them. Just waiting for the wolves to wipe me. That's going to be pretty unlikely now. They could, because obviously a 6-pack throwing out their frost would wipe me out. I don't know how the AI is coded for that, but I don't think I've ever seen more than 3 in one battle. Just, they don't do it that commonly. So, it works out okay. Alright, Mono's a little low on HP, so let's get snug again.
Yeah, honestly, we're making pretty good progress. No early grind threats, and yeah, the end is in sight.
No, as soon as you safety save, your risk factor goes way down. Like, the AI knows. You get way better RNG. It always happens, never fails. Giants are fine. So I mentioned before that you need certain levels for spells to be able to learn them. The first one we needed was level 4, the second one we needed was level 8, and the third one we need is level 15. However, Edge, as an expert on monks and punching things, what level do we want for that monk?
Well, 42 is pretty solid. It's the
well, it is, but we want to go fast.
Yeah. So, are we going for 32 then?
Yeah. But this early, we only need to worry about 16. Okay, that's a good question in chat. Sorry I missed it. How did I get these Judgment Staffs, which are casting Flare, the level 8 black magic spell? And because armor becomes weapons, we used it to make a couple Judgment Staffs, which we're using as items, not weapons. And you get that out of the first treasure chest in the game.
Yeah, so with the equipment glitch and some of the equipment you can get early, yeah, you can make some really powerful stuff and just fly through it. So yeah, the PSP version has some fun things that you can do to really increase your speed.
Alright, so that's 15. We're going to want 1 or 2 more fights here. I'll just safety save. That's enough for the spells. But the damage improvement out of our monk for 16 is significant. And yeah, we've got steel armor on, which makes the melee damage trivial. Why am I getting this walk now? Why am I not getting it when it would be useful?
That the game knows.
It does.
If you're safety saving, this is how it's going to torture you.
True. True. Okay, one more fight will be all we do here. Oh, great. Game was very cooperative. So, Sigma should be able to survive even if they did 3. And there we go.
Yeah, and Sigma does survive.
So we'll get Snug one more time. And then that's it for Peninsula Power. A little bit of discussion about how stat level ups work, and there's guaranteed stats and there's some RNG to other stats. The most significant one for what I'm doing here is the Black Mage HP, and we've rolled moderate so far. I've definitely had worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's definitely times where that Black Mage is more around 100 than 150.
I think the worst I've seen leaving Peninsula Power was 80.
Oh, no.
There's just not a lot you can do with that. You're kind of committed. Now, before we save this town, got a spell to buy. Temper didn't work in the original NES version, but it does in the remakes, and it's actually quite useful. Need any items here? We got Falconic the Enforcer in chat. Hi, Mo. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. We're gonna finally take care of these pirates, the latest you'll ever see them killed in a run.
Yeah, it's awfully useful to have the judgment staff for that fight rather than picking them off one at a time.
Chad asks, can someone clean up that mess? And I say, what mess? We incinerated it.
Yeah, just wait for a nice gust of wind and it takes care of itself.
Alright, we got a boat! And the other good thing is, agility is your best friend for running away from random encounters, which we want to do mostly. The next best thing you can have on your side is levels. So we have levels to help us run away from all these things. And chat asks about emergency exit strats. Sorry, Lino, I'm just not consistent with the puzzle, so I'm not going to go for it.
Yeah, there is a sliding puzzle that you can do in this version to get an emergency exit item, and that saves you some time getting back out of Earth Cave, but yeah, we'll skip it for this run.
Alright, so I am going to buy a couple of things. One, we're going to get a dagger here. And a little bit of magic. By coming in here level 15, I'm able to get all the shopping done in one shot, and it turns out that that's significantly to my advantage. So I like to do that now.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to double back in Elfland. Also, since we're not going to do emergency exit strats, and Earth Cave is very, very nasty, we're going to pick up some gold needles as well.
There's a chance of being turned into a statue, which is very unpleasant. However, once I have the gold needles, I won't have to worry about that, because it won't happen. So running on a ship, I just assume we, like, throw Dan at them and then sail away. Pull him back with a fishing line or something later. Well, these wolves are never what I want to see this early. They're the worst enemies for running away from.
Yeah, the large packs just means you usually have to sit through attack animations.
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds an enemy, so... You're talking over 30 seconds for 2 rounds. Didn't I want the monk at 16? Yes. I didn't say when I wanted the monk at 16, though. So I got him close. Very close.
So will the Pisco Demons be enough to push him over?
I think so. I didn't see the exact numbers. There's a little show-off of what he can start to do now.
Yeah, the number of hits is very, very important.
And we can always blow up some ogres on the way without having to take extra fights at Peninsula Power, so... Even if they're slower per fight, this should actually be faster overall to get a little bit on the way. Marsh Cave, here we go. Fun fact is, because of how they redid the encounter system, you can actually get through the first floor pretty routinely without a fight.
The poison luck has not been good so far.
No, that'll happen. Take advantage to line up my items the way I like them. I like them all in a row. Preemptives are great because they're a guaranteed runaway. And then it's pick a door. So we've got door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. We got all the way without a fight. I'm surprised.
Yeah, wow, that's usually not the floor you skip fights on.
No, it's usually the other 2 floors. First floor you'll usually get through without a fight. Second floor, 1 to 2. This floor, yeah, like 4 or 5 between the 2 runs. Okay, Edge just hit 16. And I forgot to open the box.
Oh no!
You just heard that the no weapon category also bans the haste spell? You heard incorrectly. We will absolutely be using the haste spell. That's the biggest reason to hit level 15. I thought about skipping it and coming back later, but then at that point you're kind of talking about this entire run being the Judgment Staff, and that's not what I'm going for. The idea is actually we're going to punch stuff. So, we have finished the Marsh Cave. I say that a little prematurely because I'm not actually out of the dungeon yet. But preemptive, that's basically free.
Yeah, but a preemptive on Shadows, that's impressive.
No, because it's reversed.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 80% preemptive right in this version.
Gotcha.
So Edge is used to the NES version where they would ambush you like 80% of the time.
Yeah, wow, I did not know that. Yeah, it was almost a guaranteed ambush every time you ran into Shadows.
Yeah, I think that's a case of somehow when they were doing it, they reversed values, and it basically got the opposite behavior. So then in all the remakes, they changed it, and it's one of the more pleasant encounters. Next step, Northwest Castle. But more wolves along the way. I will point out that in any percent run, you would buy 10 Actually 11 antidotes, because you just push the up button and get the stack of 10, which plus 1 is 11. I bought 21. I'm paranoid. And it matters a little bit. Alright. Time to do weird things.
Yeah, no deaths, please.
We'll be fine to get through the fight. By the way, do you want to mention why I'm putting Dan in that second spot? Since it's a strategy I learned from you.
Yeah, so that spot is the least likely to get targeted, and we want the most experience as possible to land on our monk there.
Well, that's gonna be a little unpleasant.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate.
Mainly that the Black Mage didn't get a spell off. I'm gonna go ahead and revive him. The immediate amount of experience he has doesn't really matter, but in the long run, or medium run, I need him to get to 19. I'm just gonna go ahead and Judgment to finish this off. That was an unlucky fight. Astos will overwhelmingly target the White Mage in this setup, is why I did that.
Yeah, the front row bears the brunt of the attacks in FF1, which is why you see fighters classed in, most runs. That's why fighters have the ability to equip all the good armor.
So among the 3 party members, if anyone's gonna die on that fight, I would rather it be the White Mage. The Black Mage needs, both White and Black Mage need certain spell levels. And the Monk, we want to keep leveling up, because once he gets to 32, he's going to be a wrecking machine that utterly destroys the end game. But stats matter in this game, which is why Judgment Staff is actually doing over twice as much damage as it did in the early game.
Yeah, unlike the NES version, the intelligence stat actually does matter, and that's why Judgment Staff is never queued up on the melee fighter. Always the mages.
Yeah, I theoretically could have on Peninsula Power, but it could have led to a situation where Edge and Sigma did it, and it wouldn't have been enough to kill them, and then I've got to sit through 3 animations instead of just 2. And also for survivability, I like doing the defend there, just to make sure they really aren't gonna crit me or anything. I don't know if it totally blocks crits, but it definitely does affect damage. So anytime it's going to be run or kill it, outside of a boss, I'm gonna have Edge defend. Meanwhile, in all that, we found the crown in the Marsh Cave. We took that up to the king in Northwest Castle, which was Astos all along. In defeating Astos, we got the Crystal Eye for Matoya, which we're going to take up to her cave now. For the quintessential RPG fetch quest. Taking a look over here. I don't think there's any new donations that have come in. Yeah. So we still got Kane Zano in the lead for our bid war of which boss we're going to fight. But time is still on your side if you want to switch that around and see Mylon instead. I actually thought Mylon was going to be the people's choice. Alright, here's Matoya. Gives us the Jolt Tonic. Now we're ready for the LAN party. Also, she's savage. She is savage.
She is, she's pretty savage in 14 as well.
Sorry to make you double take, Sigma. But I appreciate not having to think up names. And I've always included somebody from SpeedGaming as one of the names in these parties. We did the solo Black Mage run one of these years. Feasel got to save the day in that one. Alright, so with the Jolt Tonic, we are about to finally get some equipment improvements that are long overdue. Although theoretically I could have changed the armor for Marsh Cave, but I didn't feel like it mattered enough. And it really doesn't until Lich. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to resist stun right now. That's just an unfortunate fact of game life. Because boy, if I could, I would.
Oh yeah. Yeah, paralysis is no fun. Yeah, especially in this version, because everything that inflicts it is usually a long animation, and then you just lose a turn.
Well, the ghasts are pretty quick, but they hit 3 times, so they really like to apply it.
Yeah,
when they're in groups of 6, that's really a problem.
Yeah, that's the group of death for sure.
I basically use that to refer to any undead formation that does stun touch, but I'm especially thinking of ghasts when I say that.
Yeah, anything with paralysis touch and the multiple hits is not fun either. I'm just glad that the crawls don't come in packs of 7.
Oh, jeez. That would be hideous. Alright, we need to loot their treasury here. Just one item. Mithril Hammer.
That hammer is going to turn into a lot of cool things.
Well, one cool thing, but a lot of that one cool thing.
Yeah.
Can't really talk very well while I'm doing this.
Yeah, no worries. So the Thieves Armlet is very nice for the agility boost. It's just a really nice piece of equipment.
Well, nice. That's probably the best I've ever done it like that. In a normal 80% run, you have 2 people who can equip the hammer, so it's a lot easier to do the equipment glitch. In this case, I have to use the fact that the thief can equip it to move it over to the other 2 people so that I don't have to move formation, which is slower. So that went pretty well. And that's one of 2 times that having the thief really matters for the party formation, as far as why I pick that for Dan.
Alright, so we have our, well, I guess the ingredients for dynamite at this point.
Sure. I mean, the powder has to be in something, right? I assume they had some reason that they changed that name, but I don't know why. Maybe they just hate fun. It's like occasionally, sometimes when they're redoing translation and localization of games, they take a more serious tone with it and lose some of the fun and charm. I mean, doesn't the Pixel Remaster take away the line "son of a submariner" from Kefka? that's just a horrible thing to do. It's like, who thought that was a good idea? Ted Woolsey had it right. Put it back.
It's certainly the version I grew up with. I would be disappointed if it wasn't there.
I'm guessing by now somebody has a mod to put the Woolsey translations back on FF6. If not, someone's really missed an opportunity. Alright, so Narika's going to blow things up. By the way, with the remakes, starting with the PS1 version, they added a lot of these extra cutscenes. Like the bridge building scene was the first one we've seen. This is the second one where they added a little scene to it. This part we can't skip. Now we can skip. So can't skip very much, but you can skip a little bit. They added a bunch of those extra scenes. It's terrible for a speedrun, but maybe a little more interesting visually in a casual play. They got a lot of neat treasure in there. We don't need any of it. One thing that would really change this run is if you swapped a sword there with one that's in Temple of Fiends. I very nearly go pick up the rune blade. That becomes Gingy armor and the stats are nice. I'll do that in a solo run because I need all the extra help I can get. But here it's just really not necessary.
Yeah, the margin of error in the solo runs it's a lot tighter, so you definitely will take all the safety you can get there.
Speaking of Grip of Death, I will always try to run the first round unless they ambushed me. And my rule is if I only have 2 people left, if I only have 1 or 2 people I can input commands for, kill them. But if we've got 3, we'll try to run. And it'll usually work out. Especially when we've added 15 agility to all our party. So, Earth Cave! Technically, you're supposed to go into Melma and learn that a vampire attacked the town and just wrecked stuff, and you're going here to fight him. But we didn't need that lore. Bat's behaving there. I'm always going to safety save Floor of Frustration. This is basically the worst floor of any run of this game. I don't think that's in dispute.
Yeah, there's so much nasty things here. Paralysis touch, stone touch.
Pisca demons being unrunnable and just wasting your time, and also bats.
Yeah.
Ooh, preemptive.
I was going to say, that is definitely a group of death, and it's a good thing that we didn't have to deal with it.
Who needs a reason to go into cave and wreck stuff? Well, I didn't say we needed a reason. It's an RPG after all.
Alright, good turn order on that.
Yeah, let's see what kind of damage we can get there. Pretty decent.
Yeah, so 1 rounder. Take it.
If I could guarantee that kind of order, I wouldn't use the judgment at all. Now, if you notice, we haven't gained a level since Peninsula Power. That just kind of goes to show the, well, actually we did gain 15 to 16, but that was only half a level because I had earned the experience on Peninsula Power. But yeah, we haven't leveled up in a while. And I say that to emphasize the difference in the experience rate.
That extra agility paying off huge.
Oh yeah. It also helps for turn order. It helps your runaway chance and it helps your turn order, so we get our champs faster, and we usually outspeed these enemies and get out of the fight before they do anything. I do obtain rock food. Chad is technically correct. First floor, technically a chance of mummies, but they're pretty rare.
Yeah, I think that's a group 8 in the base game. They don't show up very often.
I think the only thing that changed groups... Well, they use a percentage system now, so it's a little different, but basically it's the same rates, and I think the only thing that changed was Warmech. Which was reverted back to the Japanese way. On the original Famicom, he was Group 8 rare. And on the NES version, they made him Group 7 to be a little more common. Which, to my understanding, is because they did a contest in NES Power. Whatever they called it.
Oh, Nintendo Power.
Nintendo.
Yeah,
there we are.
that.
Yeah. So they made Warmech more common so that somebody could win the contest easier. And then I got a Warmech my first playthrough and didn't appreciate the fact that it was rare. I mean, that run I also got Iron Golems on the last step of Chaos Shrine, so I just assumed that that was another trap tile.
You just hit the jackpot twice, didn't you?
Yeah, and had no appreciation for it whatsoever at the time. Here's Sarda, by the way, who claims he wants to help us save the world. Just, you know, not in the active, I'm going to go anywhere or do anything or actively try and help you. But if you come to me, I guess I can give you this one thing I got laying around to maybe help you.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he won't even come to your front door, right?
No, he makes me battle through a vampire just to go get cluttered junk he's got sitting around the place.
And just drop the rod off in the mail at the beginning of the game and we'll pick it up in Elfland. No big deal.
I will also throw in a mention again. We're going to do a bonus dungeon fight here between a... it's going to be right before the last dungeon, so you've got plenty of time. And you've got a bid war between which bosses we're going to fight. So you can choose between Milon and Kenzano, the Final Fantasy IV Fiend of the Elements, Water and Earth respectively. Chad said he gives you a stick. I'm not sure his motivation. So, fun fact, the literal translation of the wood staff, the weapon wood staff, in the original game, in Japanese it literally is stick. Learned that one from Meridian. And also we got poisoned again.
Yeah, it seems like more of a Dragon Quest thing, right? Like, they always give you the Cypress stick to start off.
go this way. I don't usually go this way. Alright, back to floor 3. There's always more poison in this game. You're never done with poison.
Yeah,
I'm sure something in the final dungeon poisons. I just can't think of anything right now.
The gas dragons technically use poison.
Yeah, but they call it poison gas. It's slightly different.
Yeah, it's just very painful.
It is, but because they're unrunnable, we get turn order on them 100%, so they're actually a really nice enemy. But jerkbirds are never nice.
Oh no, those are horrible.
Jerkbirds like to turn you into a statue. Wolves, for whatever reason, are a higher agility enemy. And so they can be a little bit of a pain to run from. But second turn should be no problem. Of course I got poisoned again. Why wouldn't I? Let's see. Falconic has donated saying runner's choice on the boss incentive. I tell you what, just to start making it a little competitive, let's put that on Mylon. Start to give Mylon a fighting chance. He's pretty far behind Kenzano right now. Oh, so thank you, Falconic. Pisca Demons. There they are. I had the wrong spell queued up.
All good judgment staff will take care of that. But yeah, these are the ones you want to throw lightning into, and not anything else.
Flare works because it's non-elemental. Holy would do the same if we had it. And lightning just has the advantage of they won't resist it.
It also has the advantage over flare of being a much shorter cast animation.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure it'll do enough damage, though, because we don't have the Sage Staff on. And I only got 2 out of the 3.
Rats.
No, Pisca Demons. Fortunately, we don't have to fight any rats. That's not till FF2. And they're horrible there. Final floor of the Earth Cave. Home of many bats. I had a thought the other day, but I haven't confirmed it. I think the Dwarf Cave actually has 7 dwarfs. It's like you think about the numbers in your head, and
So the dragon mail is actually pretty important because of the Blizzara attack from Lich. You definitely want that resistance available.
it's very helpful. I can push it and do this fight without it and just rely on the HP. But I like safety, especially for marathons. And there's an advantage to it in the next dungeon as well. Cover more when we get there. But here's Lich! Now again, I want to point out, the reason I did all the levels at Peninsula of Power, I haven't gained a level since. All the way to Lich. That's why it mattered to get all the way to 16. No stun touch. Alright, we're only going to do the 2 Judgment Staffs.
Yeah,
From here on,
one
Edge
temper,
has the carry.
I was going to say, with 1 temper and haste, this is definitely Edge's ball to run with.
Now, there's the Lazara, and I would just like to point out that was roughly half damage because of the dragon males. So that would have killed the Black Lich. We would have survived, still been able to fight, but would have been slower.
Yeah, and then the experience distribution would have been awkward as well, and it's just easier to keep everyone alive.
Everyone but Dan, of course.
Oh yeah.
That was implied, but...
Who's Dan?
Dan's just in his natural state.
I mean, someone has to tank the floor, right?
Sure. Why not? By the way, GeoGuessr will be the next run up on the schedule. You ever do any GeoGuessr?
No, but I have watched some of Jay Coper's late night GeoGuessr shenanigans. It's a fun diversion, that's for sure. I can't wait to see what you do with it in the speedrun.
I would assume a lot of it comes from... Well, I did that wrong. Just from experience of seeing the maps, kind of thing. Or maybe you're very good at knowing area code phone numbers. They have a lot of interesting categories now. Although famous places is sus.
Oh.
To me, like, is it really a famous place if once knowing where it is, you still don't know what it is? I had one time I guessed it was Vatican City just because it's like, okay, well, it's supposed to be a famous place, and then once I saw the answer, it's like, I have no idea why this place is allegedly famous. Alright, so we are sailing across the world here. Oh, I missed a little slightly. And head over to Crescent Lake.
Just a bit outside.
Don't know every minor French chateau by heart. I do not. Fame is relative. Yeah. Yes, it is. I don't know how you think we would do class change next if we don't have an airship or a tail. Just a few minor details.
Yeah, right now we're taking care of this no canoe issue that we're dealing with.
Yeah, I'm also going to make a minor upgrade on our healing stock. Not sure that was enough ethers, so... I meant to buy 30, I'll buy 40 instead. But I wasn't going to take just 20. I used tents in this run, which the NES... The normal 80% run uses just ether potions. There's an animation with tents that... I think it's pretty close which one's actually better. Would depend on how much you have to use them. You can, though. You can't class change till you have the airship, so we have to do Ice Cave next. Although, theoretically, we could do what the game wants us to do and do Volcano next, but...
Yeah, we're just completely disregarding that nice old man's directions.
So, chat, because Ice Cave always makes me think ice cream, what's your favorite ice cream? I always go for strawberry myself as first choice. If I need to break it up every once in a while, I'll go for mint chocolate chip. I'm sure Mila's favorite ice cream is whatever you have.
Oh, Mila's on my lap right now, asleep. She's being good this marathon.
Should probably specify that Mila is a cat. That seems like a kind of thing we ought to specify.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so here is the other reason for having the Dragon Mails. Thank you for demonstrating, game. I really wasn't asking.
Yeah, this is, that would have pretty much been a wipe with...
Without it, it would have been, and I forgot to safety save, so we're in dangerous territory here.
Uh-oh. Okay, that was a physical.
Please kill. Please kill.
Yeah, that's gotta roll pretty high. Right.
They don't have very much HP, so at least there's that. I don't think I remembered to safety save. If I did, it was on pure reflex.
I don't remember it.
We're about to find out. I did. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I did. I was afraid I was going to be all the way back before Lich.
Yeah, that would have been no good.
And Piscadines.
These jerks again.
Yeah, they like to hang around. Well, we just had to have some drama for the run. Can't have it be easy mode the whole time.
A little bit.
Oh, these are bigger jerks. Normally you would run from these guys. I'm gonna say for marathon safety, let's just kill them.
Yeah, these, you might think like, you know, they're runnable and, you know, they don't do so much damage. What's the big deal? And the big deal is they can instant kill you.
And maybe even worse, as weird as this sounds, is they can throw trance out there and stun lock the whole party.
It's just an awful, awful group, and it's even worse when 6 of them show up later.
Good thing there weren't 3 of the white dragons. There won't be. It's a 1-to-2 formation. 2 is the maximum.
Yeah, fortunately you don't see the packs of 3 to 4 until the very, very end of the game.
There's 3 encounters here I particularly have to worry about. The Mind Flayers are the first one, the White Dragons are the second, and what are the other ones called? Dark Wizards or something like that?
The original NES mages.
Yeah, they like to blast high-level fire magic. Alright, that's a few too many turns for these guys to waste. Let's kill them.
Yeah, this is also not a fun group, but you can usually get an AoE out.
Considering they only hit one time, they'll stun lock a whole lot less, which is why I'm not as worried about them as I am, say, the ghasts.
Yeah, the ghasts are quite nasty.
I mean,
yeah, just no luck on that today.
Yeah, alright. When I have one person down, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill him. The experience is not terrible here, it's just not really worth it for the experience to kill all these things. Well, this is an encounter too.
Yeah, this is
This
Yeah,
is
the first
honorable
floor-
mention bad.
Yeah, the first floor has a lot of stuff that you just really do not want to deal with.
Hey,
Oh,
Jerkbird's doing
oh,
Jerkbird
wow.
things.
Yeah, wow, that was a real combo.
Now we kill them. I need to switch to doing fire next time I cast. This is going to be the most all over the place my experience has ever been.
Alright, and here we have the Evil Eye, which is just a nice experience pinata right about now.
It is, unfortunately, it's just not reliable.
Yeah, especially when it does stuff like that.
You can also do Thunder, which is significant damage. But again, Dragon Mail helps that. Alright, we got our Levistone. That's a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's ugly.
Okay, we're fine. It's usually fine. No, the eye has like 160 HP or something like that. It's far from zero. If he was only at like 50, I would still farm him, because I would farm the black belt levels there. Oh, speaking of Dark Wizard.
Oh yeah, get away from that guy.
That's the other big reason for having the Dragon Arms. Oh! I looked at chat.
Uh-oh. Trying to do math. They'll teach you.
Yeah, so I'd love to be able to kill eyes, but Edge just can't reliably do it. Even if he used a Judgment Staff there, it wouldn't kill. It wouldn't kill the eye.
I'm sorry. Trying my best.
Not yet, anyways. So it's just much more practical to worry about his level later on, when he can one-shot kill an experienced fight. Not sure if we have to display issues with the timer. This is 1 hour and coming on 6 minutes here. Which is... This is pretty close to halfway. Well, not quite when we throw the bonus dungeon in. But usually you see somebody coming out of Ice Cave, and that's pretty close to halfway. Now, the unfortunate thing is, because I don't have a fighter who can equip the Silver Axe, I don't get the Black Garb, which has an agility upgrade that you would normally have for this section of the game. Without it, my agility's not quite as good, my runaways aren't quite as good, and you can see a difference there if you've got any experience with seeing a speedrun of that dungeon, but hey, we make do. We got through it. The Dragon Mail made enough difference that we survived everything. Made it dramatic, but no deaths. So, no, of course we have to do the next classic RPG thing, which is fetch quest time.
Oh yeah, key item to key item to key item, but we'll get it.
And we got a flying machine. A normal any percent run of Ice Cave is much more feast or famine. You'll go through it much faster, or you're going to die. For marathon purposes, I like something a little more safe than that. Oh, I haven't sold stuff for my money yet.
Hey, ice shields, alright.
Wait, why did I have... Did I have somebody's equipment messed up and I didn't realize it?
Oh, is somebody missing a dragon mail?
Nope,
No.
okay. I just saw... Oh, because I put a dragon mail in it. Okay. I just saw 3 thief armlets. I'm like, wait. Oh, hey, unrunnable.
Oh yeah, it's good to recognize those outlier unrunnables, and this is one of them for sure.
That one probably trips up more the runners than anybody else, casual or speedrun. That is probably the easiest one to forget.
Oh, it looks so different as well because of the combinations you can get. So sometimes it just, oh, it's just Cerberuses, and then, wait, I can't remember.
So fun fact, that's only on 2 floors of Volcano. It's not the whole dungeon. There's only 2 floors that have that formation. But remembering which 2 floors, that's the gotcha. Because it's not something easy like the first 2 or the last 2. So, we got the Axial, which lets us do the Sea Shrine. And that's a thing we want to do. Just, you know, not yet. That'd be silly to do it yet. We just want to be able to do it eventually. Let's go ahead and tent here. There is a very slim risk of death here because of sandwiches. And I don't have any resistance to earthquake.
Yeah, the enemies that can throw earthquake out, we don't really see any of them except for, oh well, chaos in those sandworms.
For chaos, though, we have ribbons, which makes it a free turn for us. However, right now it's not. Alright. Citadel of Trials, Castle of Ordeals, whatever you know it as. It is certainly a place that exists.
Yes, but at least the pillars aren't shuffled.
There is that. So always the one that's the southernmost. This is the first place we might see an encounter. No. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, we're kind of squeaking through this pretty good.
Well, the encounter steps reset every pillar. So it's this weird threat formula I don't understand, but it exists. So as soon as you've touched a pillar, you're back at 0. Okay, so Sigma needs to just defend for now. Medusas, they're usually fine, but of course they can turn you into a statue as well. And nightmares, they're a bit of a pain to run away from, so I'm just going to kill them for right now. By the way, you still have time if you want to donate for the bid war of which bonus boss we're going to fight. It's the Final Fantasy IV Fiend of the Elements between Mylon, Fiend of Earth, and Kenzano, Fiend of Water. So that healing staff becomes Lordly Robes. Lordly Robes and plus 20 intelligence. You know what? With only one, I'm going to try and run.
Yeah, and it's kind of important to bulk that stat up, especially when we don't have the Sage's staff in this run. But also, it's important to use the appropriate gear in the shield slot, because there are a lot of pieces of equipment that would be nice to put in there that would just crash this game.
Yeah, it would, and we don't want that. And sometimes you'll just crash the music instead of the whole game, and I prefer to avoid that as well, because boy, this game, it just like feels creepy without the music.
A little bit.
The other thing I did is I put it on edge, not for spell damage purposes, but just so that he has a shield item, and that helps his defense. Preemptives, I'll take it. I need to double check and be sure that I've hit 19 on mono after this fight. I should have checked that when I did the robes. Well, that should be it. Yep, we're 20.
Oh, looks like we're missing the hour mark on the timer. Well, yeah, we're 1 hour in.
That's how it is on my stream? Oh, well, if you tell me that.
I think that's how it is on the...
What he's saying from the
SpeedGaming.
source.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, because that's the wrong keyboard. Sorry. Not that one. Sorry, this is going to totally mess it up. And I apologize. But there you go, Sigma. I didn't realize that was an issue. Or I didn't realize that was the issue. Now, just don't expect instantaneous relief, chat. It takes a while to fix that.
No worries.
So, new world record, chat asks. Sure! As long as you identify this as its own category.
Timer adjustment %.
Why not?
These guys are jerks too, but fortunately, we are far tankier than we have any right to be. Normally, those guys could definitely lay out the monk in a couple of hits.
Okay, look, Lino, you pointed out the issue an hour ago, but that doesn't mean I understood what the issue was at the time. I didn't know it was on my stream. Since we're an hour in, let's recap a couple things. So this is the PSP remake version of Final Fantasy I, most noted for having its equipment glitch that we make very good use of for fun and profit. I found it lets me do all sorts of meme run things like this. I've done this, I've done solo character runs. Did a 4-job Fiesta runs one year. You just roll the 4 classes and take whatever it is. Alright, so here's class change. So we power up to Super Saiyan mode. And then I need some magic, which is why I had to make sure I was at least level 19. That's the last time I have to worry about a specific level for the mages. And then from here, our only level concerns are that the black belt hits level 32. This is technically our first look at Melmond, because I didn't go in earlier. So my apologies for those who were not properly prepared for this.
It's seen better days.
No, it really hasn't. It's Melmond, after all.
Well, I was going to say, there used to not be a town here.
I think that would be an improvement. Swing over here. Yeah, that's waterfall. And I want to land right over here. So we needed the teleport spell.
Yeah, because nobody likes walking out of the water.
Unrunnable. The other sneaky one out here.
Oh yeah, especially when the frost wolves don't show up with.
So here we are to Honrack. Kobe be a bro. He's a bro.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Now he's going to come down to say hello.
That's fine. Doesn't matter what he does now. Only matters what he does before then. So we just want him to stay up out of the way, otherwise he can hang out in the path. There's a couple NPCs that like to do that. Kobe is one. In Lithania, there's one I like to call that dude. Because he's that one dude who just loves to block the way. So we are in the Sea Shrine. Forsyth pointing out, part of the reason there's a new world record is the route changed about a year ago and now skips Citadel. The biggest loss for that is, one, the Lordly Robes, and two, the teleport spell. But if you're willing to accept a much more risky chaos fight, it still works out. The biggest problem in the chaos fight is you don't get as much healing from the white mage. So you have to do some spot heals with potions.
Alright, and we have our Rosetta Stone, so we don't get Lupad.
Is Rosetta Stone history's original meme?
I think so.
Like, here the general does this to brag about all his accomplishment stuff, and, oh, hey, we can use this to read Egyptian now. And no one remembers who the general is, except for one person in chat who's gonna disagree right now and say who it was. You know, I forgot to read chat's answer on the ice cream.
There was a lot of people who mentioned... Oh gosh, there was one person that said mint chocolate cookie. I like that pick a lot. Survival vest's perfect. This is definitely a really nice piece of equipment to have.
Massive increases in all our key stats. Why am I walking? Dancerlino in chat, the crystal mail on what we call rat jam %, it adds intelligence for the white mage, because your biggest loss is the healing. So you up the healing with that extra intelligence. Yes, Viva Survival Vests. Also, I do not have elemental defenses now, so that's a little unpleasant for me.
Yeah, running into the big magic user. But yeah, that's a lot of power. You know that's a crit. That's still a ton. Only gets better from here.
Oh yeah, damage actually gets better at 21, which hopefully we're gonna hit in time for Kraken. I have to fight myself on remembering which route I'm going, because I did do some any percent runs recently, and where you pick up the light axe is different. I get light axe and ribbon on the Sharknado floor on any percent runs.
Yeah, that fight can be a little scary. It's got they hit very, very hard and it's unrunnable, but with the intelligence boost that we've stacked up here, the AoE Fire 2 is just going to take care of everything. Speaking of unrunnables.
Yeah, they're unpleasant. So the nicest thing about unrunnables, though, is they can't ambush you. And then with the agility stat increases we have, we're almost always going to go faster. So unrunnables are usually a good thing. Useful for green dragons. We might see green dragons. We didn't hit 21, did we?
Nope, and not getting another unrunnable out of the gate, too.
Yeah, too bad. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we are definitely durable enough to deal with at least the first version of Kraken, so...
Oh, second version at this point I could take no problem.
I think the second version would just be a really slow fight at this point. Comparatively, anyway, to 32.
Casual 1,000 damage.
Oh, yeah.
And that's without having the breakpoint at level 21 where we get another 2 hits. You fools, are we doing Disney villains today? You ever see that meme?
I did not.
There's a Disney villains meme, and it's quoting all of them that say "you fools" or something to that effect. Alright, by the way, those little scenes that we're seeing where the statue goes away, those are the bonus dungeons unlocking whenever we beat the Fiend that gatekeeps. Now don't go chasing waterfalls, but up this river and stream, it leads to where we want to go.
I know we're used to rivers and lakes, but there's a cube in here that we absolutely need.
Yeah, I also didn't grab the ribbon out of Sea Shrine, so I need to get it here.
I mean, it's incredibly convenient to get it here, so...
When you have teleport, yes. On Rat Jam, any percent where you don't have teleport, I actually prefer to get it out of Sea Shrine and hope that I get good RNG on the bot. Hey, Bat. Bats are jerks.
A little bit.
Now, I was killing the nightmares earlier, but now I've got survival vests on, which means they should be much nicer.
Yeah, the bats are just making you take a lot of extra steps today.
That they have. But I was a little generous on this estimate anyway, so we're fine. I would never cut it that close. I have to be worried about dying to chaos.
Yeah, there's definitely some unpredictability even when you can grab a ton of really good gear.
The biggest thing I don't have is the Lust Dagger, which would give another 20 agility on the mages. But the survival vests were pretty even on that front. Robot. Try to walk away from me. Get back here.
At least he wasn't stuck in the door.
I don't think he walks on that tile. Or, no, I guess he does. Well, not into the door, but the one in front of the door.
Yeah. Alright, so conveniently enough, that ribbon can go in the shield slot.
It can. I'm not actually going to do that yet. But I do the first step where I glitch it into the axe so that I have the ability to make ribbons. For the Black Mage, I want him to have the Lordly Robes on instead. In Edge, either way you get a shield item, which is good, but his animation on defending is actually faster if you use the Lordly Robes instead. So, since I don't want the ribbons on everybody yet, I'm just not going to do it on everybody yet.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the things you're terrified of, as far as elemental defense goes, that's all in the Temple of Fiends route anyway, so... Or the Chaos Shrine in this version.
So actually, as I was thinking about it on the walk to Dr. Un, I am going to want it on the monk soon enough. We're going to need it for Sky. Alright, we have translated the Rosetta Stone. We're ready to go to Lefane, so let's go to Vulcan.
That works for me. I mean, we can practice a little bit of the conversation skills as we trek through lava.
Sure. Because, of course, here, the floor is lava. Edge, I'm stuck in a loop. I'm taking damage.
Is it a time loop?
I don't know, it might be.
Okay, well, we'll get back to you in 2,000 years. How's that sound?
I don't know, that's pretty far. About 100 more HP. So we're going to shed a lot of HP here. It's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, if you're trying to get down to a solo character, your run through the volcano certainly is the easiest way of going about that.
No, so we put the monk back into the 4th slot because that's the least targeted spot. And that'll pretty well take care of the HP situation.
Yeah, you can cruise through this dungeon without running into encounters very, very often.
My over-under, I'd say, is 3. 3 is right around what I expect. Okay, here we go.
Oh, is it time?
You got any Agama facts, Andy?
Well, one of the reasons why we decided to do the Agama grind anyway is because it is a spike tile right next to a spike tile. And that has the advantage of not incrementing the random encounter table. But also, these guys are just pretty good as far as experience to effort goes as well. So it's an all-around pretty good place to get a ton of levels. Sure, the eye may have better experience, but the eye may also kill you. And then getting back to it later is just going to take too much time. But everybody's got to go through Volcano. Everybody's got to walk through this room at some point. And it's just so convenient to Dan your party members and then just have them punch a lot of lizards.
Yeah, there's 3 big differences really in this versus the eye fight. Because it's that easy to drop the other party members is one of the big factors. The second is there's no way for the monk to one-shot the eye. The only thing I could even think is maybe you could do Volcano first, but then you'd have to sail here. That's a whole different deal. There's just no good way for the monk to one-shot the fight versus you can here, which is what speeds it up considerably. And the third is you get the survival vests this way. And there's no way to get the survival vests before the eye. You're not Deg Sigma, you're just resting your eyes. So we're not...
Sigma lost a contact lens.
Yeah.
It's around here somewhere.
We're not going to do a ton of this, but we're going to do enough of this to move the levels a little bit. Nothing recent on the bid war for which boss we're going to fight. That's coming up pretty soon here now. So you still got time to bid for Mylon if you want to see Mylon instead of Kenzano. And if someone could throw our No Kid Hungry links in the chat, please. We'll make sure we're putting out all the information on supporting the No Kid Hungry organization, trying to combat hunger in children. Because as the name implies, we don't want any kids to be hungry. You can also see the schedule with the other great runs that are coming up here. I'm really excited about one tomorrow. The Axeman is doing Soul Blazer. And Axeman is the one who's designed the NES tasks for Final Fantasy 1. So there's a little connection there.
Yeah, that task in the explanation document that goes along with it is, it's definitely a good watch and a good read. So I'm looking forward to that Soul Blazer one myself.
So there's a lot of fun runs ahead. I think that's enough Agamas.
Yeah. Question in chat about the pace. We're doing pretty well so far. So.
Yeah, I'd say we're ahead of my expectation. Yeah, 29 is good. 32 is our next breakpoint for damage, but we don't need that much for just little carry here. I thought I'd punch something else just to show it's not just the Agamas.
Yeah, they're not as brittle as the monk is making them look.
Alright, we got a fiend to take care of here. You fools! Casual 1,000 damage, no buffs.
Yep, hold A.
Can you use Dan to deal the final damage blow to Chaos? No. I have no means of making that happen. I mean, if it had an exact damage count, and I'm trying to think of the logistics of even if you wanted to try. Yeah, because damage rolls would also be a factor. You'd have to have Chaos be like within 10 HP. Then you'd have to revive Dan after Chaos's turn, and make sure that Dan attacked before Chaos went. That's a logistical nightmare. Oh, hey, this is unrunnable, I think.
Yeah, I think, even if it's not, you're better off, taking no chances.
You know, it's actually probably not, because it's the Cerebrus that shows up with no ogres. But, better to be safe.
Yeah, that might have been the 3 and none.
Alright, let's revive Mono here. Oh, I'll punch you. Allosaurus, they're not Tyro in this version.
No, they're definitely a lot less friendly.
Alright, so we already translated the slab, fortunately, because I walked here the other day in practice without doing that. I felt appropriate amounts of shame.
Oh yeah, that's no good. But it's good to get that out in practice.
Yes. Alright. Lufenia. Supposedly advanced civilization, except they don't know how to go in. Oh, wow, that dude cooperated. I don't even know the last time I saw that.
Yeah, that could have been dicey.
Oh, I usually get blocked there. I legitimately cannot think of the last time he cooperated and just let me walk right through. What was I even saying before that? I can't remember. That was so shocking.
I don't know. Advanced civilization, and they all have togas on.
Yeah, except they don't know how to communicate with the rest of the world, travel, or even build an inn or anything. Other than that, they're a supposedly advanced civilization.
They figured it all out, but don't feel like sharing.
They haven't even mastered the art of houses. Alright, so... now I do actually want you... I'll explain this more in a minute. I want the monk to have ribbon. And I wanted enough ribbons for everybody. So I made duplicate ribbons to be used.
Just a massive counterfeiting operation going on here.
Something like that. But at least in this case, they're just as good as the original.
Hey, as long as the magic can't tell the difference, that's the important part.
True. It's not an Excalibur situation.
Yeah, we wouldn't even know how to deal with that situation anyway. It's no weapons.
So, by the way, Tiamat here is going to be our cutoff on the bid war. So, if you want to see Mylon instead of Cainzano, you still got time to get something in there. But Cainzano with a pretty solid lead right now.
You got time, but not very much.
A little bit, because now's when we're going to get 32.
Is it Blue Dragons?
Yeah. They're right here and very convenient. And they do Thunderbolt when we don't have a ribbon on.
That still is doing a spicy amount of damage.
Yeah, but when we can one-shot them.
Yeah, but you are definitely at muy caliente here, so...
Alright, so right now, Edge is hitting 10 times, and we want to get it to 12, which means we need one more level. Yeah, you got turn order on me that once. I should probably heal after this.
Yeah, being a little of a jerk.
It still takes a couple of these. The experience isn't great when you're trying to hit level 32. Alright, there we go. And Sigma actually has had really good HP rolls. I don't want the ribbon on yet. So we're going to stick to two-man strats for a little bit here. And see if we can't get Mono a little more HP rolls. No eyes on the first floor. Second floor, our last chance to see one. See what I did there?
I see.
Alright. A little high on the encounter rate here. Eyes are the only unrunnable that we would encounter here. In fact, yeah, I think that's the only unrunnable in the dungeon here. Unless I'm forgetting one. Ooh, soldier.
Yeah, I mean, other than Warmech.
Warmech's runnable.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, we won't. But we could.
Alright, give us your energy, chat.
Also, keep in mind this is the cutoff for the bid war. So if you want to see Mylon, here's your last chance to get it in. Ambush, don't know.
Just a bunch of fire hydrants.
You're calling me a coward for, Lino? I said we're not running. We may die, but we're not running if Warmech shows up. That's why I safety saved on the bridge. Oh, that's hideous.
Yeah, this is an ugly fight, but the agility boost makes it a lot easier to deal with.
Oh, just a mere 600. This could be bad for mono.
Yeah, that usually hits pretty hard. Yeah, Tiamat's coming out swinging right now.
Yeah, we're gonna YOLO. I think I need to crit. We're fine. It's fine!
Yeah.
Everything's fine. We're fine, chat!
Yeah, that was about as nasty the skill order as I have seen in a while.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been nearly that close if Haste had gone off first.
Yeah.
And then he did high roll the damage on mono. Now, of course, I could put the ribbon on mono, and then that wouldn't have been an issue there. But I'm actually not going to do that till Tia 2. Because otherwise I would really kind of need to menu twice, and I try to cut it down to just once. So if that's the worst that RNG can throw at me, then that's not that bad. Alright, unfortunately, no Warbeck. Let's get that MP back. Let's see, anything else come in? No, looks like we're gonna do Kenzano. Okay, Kenzano it is.
Alright.
I should probably do ribbons for Kenzano, honestly. It might be fairly important. Where's those islands? I was a little too far north. Edgeworth's my islands! I know I overshot it now. Okay. Let's get some bearings here. Where's Citadel?
What's going on up?
Yeah, we went on a loop around the world. Okay, there's Citadel. There we go. I want this one. Okay, so now I just have to figure out where I am. That's all. Actually, on this one, it's always south.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to get through the bonus dungeons. They're definitely designed to be confusing.
Yeah, so there are maps for these, but you can spawn in one of a couple of places. Wait, when did they kill Mono? When did that happen?
I think Mono tripped on a rock outside.
Let's go ahead and put the ribbon on Sigma, and... Oh. That's why I couldn't find a ribbon, because I had the axe equipped. Alright, now Sigma's equipment is done. And remember, put Dan back in his correct position. Okay, this is the easy one, I think.
And suddenly, overworld.
Yes! There's 3 overworld maps. This one's the easier one. And just like that. Okay, then the floor is lava. Lava floors. I think I'm on this one. These are all pretty similar looking, so it's a little hard to identify which one I'm on specifically. This is basically the hardest one to tell. And I did that wrong. Like I said, this is the hard one to tell. And I'm sorry, but I'm having a lot of trouble with this map right now, figuring out which spot I landed on quickly.
Yeah, no worries. There's a lot of RNG elements when it comes to navigating this dungeon, so...
If you came out in a consistent spot, it would be a whole lot easier to tell where you are quickly. But you have to figure out where you are from one of like 12 spots. There we go. And that's the part that gets you. Oh, okay, it's this one. This one's easy. This one has more encounters, but it's actually easier. So, should mention, they started adding these bonus dungeons in the remakes pretty early on. The PSP version has one additional one versus most versions of the game. I've never done that one in a marathon because it's really obnoxiously slow. It's not just long, it's slow.
Yeah.
Okay. And there we have it. Alright, now the only minor detail is remembering which boss is which, so I'll save here. And if I get Mylon, I'll reset. But I think Kinzano is south. Yep, there we go.
Looks good. Alright, preemptive heal. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Also, Mono does not have a ribbon right now. So hopefully does not get one shot. Maybe in trouble here because I didn't ether up those heals. Well, damage was going to be fine. I just would really like Mono to live.
Let's see if we can get some good turn order here.
Yeah, oh well. It's fine. There you go, Fiend of Water from Final Fantasy IV Kinzano defeated. We aim to please around here.
right. It's nice to cash that in before the chaos fight, too.
Yeah, although I'm thinking I should probably grab some Phoenix Downs.
Yeah. Maybe some high potions, too. Ah, you gotta heal out.
No, we're fine on heals because of the White Mage. Really, the high potions bridge the gap of when... You don't sell Phoenix Downs. That's nice.
Yep.
Back to Provoke it is, because I'm not sure that Crescent Lake does either. I'm not making that mistake twice. I'll take the certainty.
Yeah.
I didn't just accidentally... Okay, now I have to check. I don't think I did. Okay, we're good. I was worried I had messed up that spell. I didn't. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
Totally fine. Even if the run is a little intense. The delayed reaction!
I didn't want to give you the satisfaction, but...
But you couldn't resist. This is our final dungeon, so we're within 15 minutes on the run. I mean, 15 minutes would be a pretty poor Chaos Shrine. This is a weird feeling for a marathon when it's running ahead of schedule. But, if someone wants to let me know in Discord or anything if I need to vamp, I can always vamp. Ooh, hi! This is nice.
You're not going to say no to free EXP.
Well, they're unrunnable, so they may as well be good experience for being unrunnable. But also, I forgot to put my safety save in there, so I wanted to get that done after Time Warp. I usually have more steps, though.
Alright, let's see if we can add some relatively quiet floors next, because, yeah, there's a lot of unrunnables in Temple of Fiends, or Chaos Shrine.
There are. That was a monster hero run, though.
Yeah, that was a really nice floor. There's a lot of stuff that can just eat a ton of time. And it's a good turn order, too.
Well, he's unrunnable. So, with the agility, that's expected. When you've got 3 survival vests, I think they're plus 15 agility, so plus 45 agility is kind of a lot. White Mage should be the only character that they're able to outspeed. Hell, this is a thing.
Yeah, just take the convenient snack and move on.
Kill it with fire. Gotta be sure.
It's the only way. Yep, that one is definitely unrunnable, so...
Gotta kill it with more fire. The lower level fire spell won't do enough damage. Hey! Edge! What did we just get?
Did we get a full set for everybody? Yep, alright. I appreciate your commitment to the bit.
These guys are a little dangerous. Safer thing is to kill them. And yeah, as Lino points out in chat, the Black Mage HP has not gone great. But we're also picking up experience here. So yeah, we had 3 Ice Shields drop earlier in the game. We just had another one drop there. So we've had 4 Ice Shields drop. Which is a little crazy.
Just a little bit. Yeah, nothing too scary on this floor.
For context on what we'd like to see for the Black Mage, somewhere around 230 would be preferred. Above that, very welcome.
Yeah, this is a smallish pack of the Earth Medusas, so I'm just going to pass that up.
I'm not going to ribbon here because it doesn't help for flare anyways, so... If Lich does flare, that's going to take down Mono. I think I'm going to do this. And let's revive Mono. Because he won't do anything AoE that kills me. And now it's on. You know what, just have you defend. We're good. Edge has this.
Just a little bit of a speed bump. No big deal.
Yeah, I decided I would like even the little bit of experience out of that fight. For Mono, see if we can't get 1 or 2 more levels before Chaos. Even getting up to 220 would be nice. Not everything runnable on this floor, but the fire elementals would be the only unrunnable, and they're kind of rare.
Alright.
So I love that Edge is just going out here and doing damage rivaling the Barbarian Sword on the any percent run.
Yeah.
Alright, water floor. And we're welcomed to it with unrunnables, of course. I think it's probably time to go ahead and ether up. And looks like we're just gonna have to deal with bad HP rolls. That's just gonna be what it is. It's far from the worst I've ever seen. On the other hand, if the game's gonna hand me an EXP pinata, let's take a shot at it. I thought Thunder would take care of them, but I was off by a little bit.
Still good. Still another level for Mana.
Yeah, but don't know. You got 3 HP out of it.
Yeah, that feels horrible.
Well, it's just the way it's gonna go sometimes. We actually had very good HP rolls early. Like, the first 150 was great. It just didn't get very good after that. Alright, time to leash the Kraken.
It's a lot of hits, but survival vests don't care.
Nah, they're pretty good about that. Alright, let's start making the damage numbers crazy. Well, we may not get that far.
Maybe one more swing. Oh, it's pretty good.
Alright. Let's blow up the undead. Why not?
Alright, this just in. Oh, never mind.
They're not used to us being this on top of things.
Yeah, no worries. Thought we missed a donation, but we're good.
Let's see. You know what? We're gonna keep the ice shield. Just thinking about it. How do I do this? So a big thank you to everybody who contributed to the run. We had a couple people donate, and it ended up being 200 for Canzano, 50 for Mylon. That was the final results of our bid war. Thank you to everybody who's trying to make sure that kids don't go hungry. I'll defend with you the first turn. Now we have ribbons on mono. He should actually survive this. So we're a little concerned about the damage rolls from Chaos. This is going to be a little trickier one than I generally have.
Yeah, the turn order in the first round is going to be pretty important.
Mostly, what does he do? Like, if he does Blizzard or a physical, that'll be great. Blaze, it's going to be an RNG roll.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he punches you, you're golden.
Okay, ribbons, don't care. It's time for Dan to make his triumphant return.
Welcome back, buddy.
And definitely safety save. By the way, we have GeoGuessr on deck. Next run of the marathon. Lino says Dan should... not Dan. Mono should survive Blaze, so that would be good. As long as Mono survives Blaze, we will be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, do that. Came dangerously close to doing math.
Can't do that.
Alright, here we go. If Mono doesn't survive, I'm gonna reset.
Yeah, it's very difficult to try to
Okay.
pick him back up and then heal, but no, it looks like we're in a good rhythm now.
Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Would like to see this not high roll on me. Okay, should be fine. Although it would be nice if he gave me Blizzard or a melee next turn.
Yeah, just something to fill that buffer.
Okay, now we should be good.
Cool.
Yeah, now we're holding. I'm told we're ahead of schedule. You know, technically somebody did say they wanted to see the Rubicon fight.
Yeah, I would not mind sticking around for that. If we can improv our way down there.
Should be fine, but let me get my maps open again. Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, that one's a killer.
Well, we're still going to do very decent damage, and it only takes us back to normal. Now we're back on track. There we go. So, there you have it. Chaos goes down.
Yeah, time loop broken. No more chaos. No weapons.
Never had one equipped to do any damage or stat boosts to a single boss. Alright, so forget credits. We got a Fiend of Fire to go deal with. Okay. Think about where I am. Alright, where is Hurricane Sino? I don't want to refight him. So we'll, fight Scarmiglione Mylon. Lino is happy because he donated towards Rubicante. It was his first choice. Now it's making him settle for a second choice. But we aim to please around here. We are making sure chat gets their money's worth in this marathon. Phase 2, Scarmiglione. This is where it gets serious. Unfortunately, this does mean I have to now deal with the worst floor of the game.
You'll be fine. We got safety saves.
Oh, it's not death that we're worried about. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. We just finished defeating Chaos to technically complete the run, but we're going to vamp for a little bit here and deal with these Final Fantasy IV bosses. So down goes Scarmiglione. And let's continue. Okay. Back to the floor is lava. And... okay, I'm on this one. Alright, so we gotta go a little roundabout to the middle. Oops, too soon. Okay, one more time. For the floor is lava, it's gotta be this one. I am by this rock. Nope, it's not that rock. This is just gonna take me a moment to work this out.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so I have to be somewhat near this, I think. Am I somehow looking at the wrong floor? Is my question. Because I am not matching this up. I think I'm somehow looking at the wrong floor.
Hellfire floor 6? Well, maybe what's in that treasure chest and we can pin it down from there.
No. Although the treasure chest should help in locating it. So if it's not that floor, it's this one. And then I'm here, which means I want to go this way. Okay, so there's two that are pretty similar to each other, and that's what threw me off. Oh, am I too far north? I'm too far north. The floor is lava, so we do take damage walking on it.
But the benefit of walking on the lava is we do not take encounters. So
there we go. Okay,
right.
This is the worst.
Oh.
This is the worst.
Oh no, NPC room?
Yes. You do have the option to walk on the sparkly tiles and take encounters. And there are numerous times that is in fact more beneficial. Just gotta double check myself here. Yeah, we want to go north now. Whoops! Got it wrong. Chad agrees with me about just taking the fights here. There's just two in particular. There's three in particular that are absolutely horrendous. Fortunately, the one you'll skip pretty often, based on spawn in. But there's a little old lady on the far left who blocks your only path, and you cannot encounter around her. You have to perfectly nail the timing to walk past her. The other two, the timing is just atrocious, but it can be done.
Alright, so now we found the lava shrine.
Yeah, biggest thing is head south. Head south, then east. The only reason those other floors are confusing is because there's 3 of them that are all the lava floors. It gets really difficult sometimes to tell which one you're on to start with. And that's the entire trick of the whole thing, is figuring out where you're starting from. Okay. Looks like we're doing pretty well for the marathon structure. I'm just trying to keep up on what they need me to do. So we should be fine here. I don't know which one's which, because I didn't practice this far.
50-50 shot, or maybe we just go both.
We could do both. You know what? Okay, we had a donation for Scarmiglion. Chat, I'll take a donation of any amount to throw Barbarosia or Vavalis in. Otherwise, you only get Rubicante. But if somebody throws in any donation, we'll add wind as well. Okay, nope, that's Vavalis. No, that's Chaos. Forgot to scroll down. Which way do I go? Oh, actually I do go that way. Yeah, here we go. So chat, you have till the end of this fight to donate for the Vavalis fight as well. Otherwise you just get leg. Let's ether up. And I better ribbon up for this one as well. Looks good. Alright, let's do this. Rubicante, Fiend of Fire.
Fiend of Leg.
Got a nice opening shot there.
Ooh, it is Scorch. Showing us how it's done.
Yes, I can do Vavalis now to answer chat. Don't worry. Alright, not gonna worry about bringing Mono back for the fight. It's fine. Edge has got plenty of buffs to take care of this. Who do you think does his nails? I mean, Rubicante has some nails there.
I have no idea. That's a good question.
Let the animation go all the way. And in case you're curious, you get a ribbon there.
Yeah.
So there we go. I'm pretty sure that donation went through. I'm going to take chat at their word.
We're
Chat
on
would
the
lie to
honor
me, would
system
they?
here.
What's that?
We're on the honor system here.
Sure. Alright, let's go. So you got to see all 4 of the fiends this way if you watched the whole run. So, Barbarosia? Vavalis? I'm not sure how you... Whatever you prefer. Our Fiend of Wind. You didn't even heal us before the fight. That's okay. We had plenty of heals of our own. That would have been interesting if they had thrown in a full heal there. What is this, the late 80s for honor system on the internet? Sure. Why not? And there you have it. We have bested all 4 of the Fiends of the Elements from Final Fantasy IV. And Johans gave us $20 for the kids to eat and see the Wind Shrine. Well, Wind Fiend.
Thank you very much for the donation.
And thank you everybody who hung out for here. We did Final Fantasy I. We didn't equip weapons to use in any battles. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed. And please enjoy the rest of the marathon. I think we got GeoGuessr on deck and more fun and shenanigans ahead throughout. Please enjoy. Thank you, Edge, for joining me. Always nice to have company.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be here. And thank everyone out there in chat for watching. Hope you have a good day today.
Have a good one, everybody.